Hello and welcome to Motorwork. My name is Devlin and today we're going to talk about booster cables. Let's say that you've gone to start your summer car and you've turned the key and click, nothing happens. Fortunately, whatever the cause may be, your battery is drained. Whether or not it wasn't charged or there's a drain in your car, you'll need to get the car started to get it to a shop to replace the battery, or once it's started, the battery might just keep a charge all summer. But without having used booster cables first, these can be a little daunting to use. What we're going to do is show you the two different setups cars can have. There's cars like this BMW here that have the battery located elsewhere. It's in the trunk, it's under the seat, it's not under the hood. And we're going to show you what to look for under there if that's the kind of car that you have. Or you'll have a car like this Golf. The Golf has its battery here. If your battery is under the hood, there's different procedures depending on what your setup is. So let's say for the first scenario, the Golf is my live car and the BMW is my dead car. On the car that's dead, these cars that have the battery located elsewhere, there's usually a terminal here that covers a positive jump point. That's directly connected to your battery, so you don't have to locate the actual battery, you just have to open the hood. If the Golf is the live car, the first cable that you're going to hook up is your positive cable. All battery jumper cables, no matter what the brand, are red and black. Black is always ground, red is always the positive. When you go to your car, don't look at the color of the cables because they could have been changed. You want to look at the terminal symbol beside on the battery. It'll either have a negative symbol or a positive symbol, and that's how you can confirm which one is which. So you put the positive terminal on the positive end of the live car. Then you take your cables and you put the positive terminal to the positive jumper point on the dead car. At this point, you will then put the negative terminal on the negative point of the live car, and you will put the negative terminal on the jumper point of the dead car. In these cars that have no underhood batteries, there's always a jump or a negative post. Look in your owner's manual if you don't see one. This one is fairly nondescript, but it is a negative post for jumping. Now the two cars are connected. You will start your live car, you'll wait a minute or so, and then try to start the dead car. That gives it some time to charge up. If it doesn't work the first time, wait a couple more minutes and see if you can get more power into the dead car. If that doesn't work, your battery might be so damaged that it can't actually take a boost. You'll have to remove the battery and get a new one. Once the car is started, it's the exact reversal of that process. Negative off, positive off, and positive off. That is how you would boost a car that is dead if the battery is located elsewhere from the hood. If it's a reversal of the process, it's almost exactly the same, but there's one step that changes. Now we're going to say that the BMW is the live car and the Volkswagen is the dead car. You'll do the same thing where you'll put the positive to the positive point at the start like you did last time. You'll put the positive to the positive on the dead car. You'll put the negative on the jumper terminal. But instead of putting this directly to the battery, which could cause a spark, and if any fumes out of the battery or the engine bay have come out and are flammable, that could cause a fire. You want to put this on an unpainted metal part of the car, usually a strut tower bolt, or in this car's case, there's a negative ground terminal right here. You connect it there. It is not recommended to put it to the negative battery terminal post. Same thing, start the one car, start the second car, you are good to go now. The last combination you might see is if both of your cars don't have the battery under the hood. They're both set up like this. In that case, you do positive, positive, and negative to the jumper point and negative to the jumper point. Because the battery's not there, you just use the 4 points of contact regular as they are. If you do have your car not start in the springtime, we hope this was helpful in getting your car back on the road. It's always unfortunate when that happens, but at least this will be a useful tip to get you back on the road and driving in your summer project car.